All right, here's going to be shot number one. This is just the natural current lighting in the room. It's daytime, so I'm getting some light from the windows, which are behind the camera, plus some spilling light coming from the hallway, because that light's on, but every other light in this room is off. The darker you can get this shot, sort of the more obvious everything's going to look here once you start adding your lights. So this is shot number one. All right, here's shot number two. I now have a key light, my main light. It is over there, it's in that direction, kind of on an angle, and what you should see is this half of my face is fairly well lit. You see some highlights there, some shiny stuff going on. This side of my face is a bit darker, a little more in shadow. It's not super severe because there's so much ambient light in the room, but it is noticeable compared to the previous shot. If you don't believe me, rewind the video. All right, here's shot number three. This one now has the key light still, and there's a backlight. It's directly over there. You can't see it exactly, obviously, because it's off camera, but that's where it is. And the point of this one is it's lighting up the back of me here. And the point of that is it creates this like very sort of thin light outline, okay, around me. And that just makes me pop off of the background a little better, because we're always trying to make sure that our actors, our subjects, in whatever it is we're filming, don't just blend into the background. So we have a shallow depth of field here, so the background's a little blurry. That helps me pop out, because I'm not blurry, the background is. But the backlight creates this sort of rim effect around me that makes me pop a little more. And this is shot number four. This is the final shot, and we officially have 3-point lighting here. There are 3 lights all going on to make this shot. We have the key light, the main one, which gives me most of my light, creates a little bit of shadow over here. Then we have our backlight, gives me that outline, that rim, makes me pop. And then over here, that way, we have what's called the fill light. And this is a less powerful light than your key light, because it's not as important, it's not as key to the whole thing. But what it does is it makes those shadows, that dark part, not quite as severe. And you can control that brightness. You know, I could turn this up. That's way too bright, because now that's brighter than my key light, so now this side of my face is brighter. But you just kind of adjust it so it's less bright, right? You still want to have that one part of the shot in shadow. There it is without it, much darker. And if I bump it back up, right, somewhere, I'm just kind of like lessening the severity of that shadow. So there's your 3-point lighting. I hope that you can see that this looks a lot brighter, a lot easier to look at, and a lot more professional than this. There's everything with the lights off, just whatever light's spilling into the room. One more time, this is none of the lights, and this is 3-point lighting.